Hi guys, good evening, good evening, good evening. I am trying to get my thoughts organized. We are our Monday night business chat. My nose itches. I'm just gonna make sure I'm where I'm supposed to be because Lord knows I'll mess up. Yep, I am. And there was something I was like, write that down, Amber, so you don't forget, and I forgot already. What was I gonna write down? I don't remember. I literally don't remember. That's why I have a notebook, because I forget things. I have to write it down. And literally, like, I pushed live and now I forgot. But, so tonight we're going to talk about how to get your family involved, which seems like a very silly topic, and it really shouldn't be, like, something we even need to talk about. But, thanks. I know. I'm very proud of my shirt. If you don't know, this is the Incentive Earner shirt. Yes, we did have to purchase these. Now, if you went to Disney, they got a shirt the whole 9 yards. But if you took the cash buyout, you just got a whole buttload of cash. But certain of the sellers, the vendors, approved vendors for like shirts and stuff like that, they a lot of times do an incentive only shirt. And I didn't get last year's, and I was so mad because the Bermuda cruise got canceled. But you always go and you make sure you buy it because you want to make sure they remember it. So I have all of my incentive shirts except Bermuda. I'm so mad about that. Like the whole entire trip got canceled and the order got canceled and everything. I was mad. But we are going to talk about including your family. Now here's the deal. Nothing I'm going to tell you is going to change your family's opinion. Some people don't have families that are supportive. When I say family, I mean like your kid, like the people who live in your house. I'm not talking like your grandma and your grandpa and your parents and things like that. I'm talking the people who live in your house. And sometimes some are not supportive. I know people personally who their spouses hate Scentsy, and the reason is because they feel it's a joke, or they feel that the consultant has poured too much time into Scentsy and neglected the rest of their family. I know several consultants who have almost gotten divorced because of that. They felt that the consultant had poured too much time into the business and neglected everybody else, so they resented Scentsy. That happens. It does. It really, really does. And it's very, very sad, but it's hard. Sometimes it is harder to include your family members in than what people think it is. Like, a lot of people are like, just tell your kids to do this and they'll do it. Well, if you have a kid, you know it's not that easy. Or tell your husband to do this and he'll do it. And again, sometimes it is not that easy. So nothing I'm going to tell you tonight is going to change your marriage or change your life. Like, it's not. If your spouse is not supportive because he thinks it's a joke or he resents it or whatever, you're never going to get him to help you. You may eventually, when he sees merit in it. And when I say merit, I mean when he sees the money and when he sees the trips, because men are like that. Some men you have to show them, and to show them means you have to present them with money. As bad as that sounds, is you have to, or you have to present them with, here we go, here's this free trip. And sometimes that's hard. So don't ever think that just by asking your spouse, yo, can you help me do this? And he's gonna be like, yeah, sure, babe. Like, it sometimes is not that easy. And every marriage is different. Some husbands are going to be very supportive, and that's all you have to do is say, yo, help me, and they'll help you. And some aren't. So, nothing I'm saying is going to change your marriage, because I am no marriage counselor. But it is what it is. The same thing with your kids. My kids, Tyler is very anti-social media. He doesn't like it. He hates it all. He doesn't have any that I'm aware of. Where Casey is on social media, but she doesn't post, and she thinks it's extremely embarrassing that her mom does, and she thinks it's extremely embarrassing that her mom goes on YouTube and does all of these things, like mortified by it, even though she used to help, but she doesn't anymore because of that. Sorry, my throat was really dry. So it just kind of is what it is what it is. Now, I feel it is very easy to have your kids when they're younger help you. And when I say help, we get wrapped up in this whole it has to look good. I can't have my kid help because it doesn't look good. My kid puts the labels on crooked. My kid doesn't stuff the envelope right. My husband puts the stamp on the wrong corner. We had that. But so, and as women and wives and moms, we get stuck in that whole nobody can do it as good as we can mentality. How many of us have a hard time letting somebody else fold the laundry or load the dishwasher or clean the house because they don't do it as good as we do? And I think sometimes that's what the problem is. I can't have my kid stuff samples in an envelope because he doesn't put the label on right. It's crooked instead of straight up and down. I can't have my kid put stuff in bags for me because he doesn't stack the bars right. Little things like that. Dude, seriously, nobody cares. Like, get over yourself and get over everything and think about it. You get the handmade card from your kid and you love it. And somebody else gets a handmade card from your kid, they love it. So make a sticker that says made with love by, and have your kids' names on it and stick it on all your packages. Or make a disclaimer. Yo, your stuff may look kind of weird, but that's because so-and-so helped me make it. And they're going to love it. When they're littler, you can have them help. You can have them stuff felt. Yeah. Dude, I blame everything on my kids. Everything. You can have your kids help you stuff samples. You can have them stuff felt samples. Our wax isn't going to hurt anybody. I don't suggest at a certain age, and every child is different, but I probably wouldn't have anybody help me dip felt because I'm too OCD about that. But they can shove felt in a Ziploc bag. They can stuff some envelopes, make stacks, one of these and one of these and one of these, and stick them in. Again, at different ages. Different ages are different. Have them go on a live with you. Have them do a live. Like, don't even go on it. Be like, all right, here it is. You're going to do the whole thing. You're going to do the whole thing. Tell everybody what you think. Obviously, be sitting over here, on the side. But you can have them do that. Casey used to go live with me all the time to the point where people now want to know what her opinion is. She absolutely hates it. But it is what it is. If you're doing bingo, have your kid draw the numbers. Spouses, husbands, sometimes them being supportive is watching the kid so that you can get work done. Jeremy will deliver. He hates doing deliveries, but he will do them. He delivers stuff to the post all the time. He's not fond of it, but he does it. Labeling bars or packages before they leave, helping me sort. Like, he knows when I'm very, very overwhelmed, when I have literally 300 bars sitting in front of me, and I've got to label them all, and I've got to sort them all, and I've got to, and he'll sit down on the floor and he'll help me and be like, what do you need? So sometimes a spouse support is literally just a rock. What do you need? But sometimes I know Yasha's husband, he helps her a lot with events, like loading and unloading stuff and setting up, and I think he actually works some events. So it's all about what your marriage is. But I think the biggest thing with getting your family involved is getting out of your own head, because you think they can't do it right because it's not you. And sometimes you have to just get over that and just do it, because we can only do so much. And some of y'all work full-time jobs. This is my full-time job. Scentsy is my full-time job. It pays me like a full-time job too. So it pays to work it full-time. And when I say full-time, I work like 4 hours a week. Like, don't think anything crazy. But I think sometimes I do. It took me forever to allow the kids to load the dishwasher because I was like, you're doing it wrong. Guess what? I don't give two craps how they load it now. I don't care how they fold their laundry because I ain't folding it. I ain't loading the dishwasher. I ain't vacuuming. I ain't cleaning their bathroom. Why? Because I don't care. I don't care. That is them. That is their clothes, not mine. Now, the same thing when it comes to your business. Yes, it is your business, but if you turn it into a family business, they're gonna know. Your customers are gonna know. Jennifer and I were talking about how, turn it into the Jones family business, if that's the route you want to go. I personally do not, and that's okay. And the reason is because this is for me. This is not for Jeremy. This is not for the kids. This is for me. This is Amber only. And that's why I don't have my family too terribly much involved in it, because it is for Amber only. I needed something for me. But if you need the help, then you need to ask. Do not expect your family to be mind readers. Do not expect them to know what you need help with, because guess what? They are not in the trenches every single day doing Scentsy. They have no idea. They're not sitting in this training right now. They're not sitting in the training from last week. They do not know what help you need. You have to ask them. Ask them, hey, can you shove felt samples in these baggies and just stick them to the side? Guess what? They might be in them wrong, but that's okay. Can you stick stickers on these while we watch a movie? Like, I'm going to do this. Can you do this while I watch this movie? Don't worry if it's on crooked. Don't. Seriously, don't worry. Don't worry if it covers up some of the words on there. Like, if they put the sticker on and it covers up some of the words, it's okay. I think Sedina had once her cat. Her cat sat on her felt samples and melted them down. Send them anyway and put, with love from my furry butt cat. Make it fun and cute, and nobody's gonna care. A lot of times, like I said, getting family help is, one, you need to ask them. Do not expect them to be mind readers. And two, get over yourself. You are not perfect. I love you, but you're not perfect. Your stuff that you send out, guess what? It's not perfect. Mine's not perfect. Yours isn't perfect. Hers isn't perfect. Nobody's is perfect. So get over the fact that they're not perfect when they leave the house, because your kid helped you. Just get over that, okay? Do not feel bad about, I say, like, your kid helping, even your husband, dude. Some of our husbands are clueless. Don't feel bad if they do it wrong. If they stick the label on the bar wrong and it's technically out of compliance, oh my God, I can't sell it. No, dude, sell the bar. Don't try to rip the label off. It is what it is what it is. And you'd be like, yo, my husband helped me. He didn't know any better. And Scentsy not going to be like, you're fired. They're going to be like, okay, I get you. We get so worked up that it has to look good and perfect and all of this. It needs to look like you. It needs to look like you did it, you sent it out, and you tried. So, like I was talking with Jennifer, she's thinking about changing her labels to say, from the Joneses family. That's cool. And her stamp to say the same thing. People want to know you have a family for sure. And if that's the route she wants to go, that's awesome. My family is on my thank you rack card and my join card, and they are on there. I just don't, they are not doing lives. They don't want in selfies, things like that, and that's fine. If you have a young one, dude, pimp them out. Pimp your kid out. Smell this, and then take a picture of them smelling it. They don't know what they're doing. They're young. Remember when we used to stick all the Billboard t-shirts on them? My mom is awesome, even though you're not awesome. But your kid said, my mom is awesome. We used our kid as billboards when they were infants. This is no different. Use them while you can, because you will get 17-year-olds and 13-year-olds who have an attitude, and they're like, I ain't doing shit for you. That's what I have. They ain't doing nothing. But just get over the fact that it needs to be perfect. Have them help you put labels on things. Have them help you pre-make things. Oh my gosh, my nose is stuffed up all of a sudden. Get host boxes together. Sticker sheets. Have them do sticker sheets. Have them put stickers in catalogs. They can make wax samples depending on what their age is and what your comfortable is and their maturity and all that jazzity jazz. They can make samples. If your kid's of driving age, make them do deliveries. I'm trying to think. Have them, does your kid have a book bag? And will they allow you to stick a buddy clip on it? Casey used to for years. And, that's a very easy way for them to kind of work for you. Teacher's gifts, Scentsy with your info in it. Easy peasy. Again, that's working for you. The dispatchers, they all got car bars and scent circles because that's what I do. Yeah, don't let perfection get in the way of progress. It really isn't, because nobody's perfect. I like to think I am, but I'm not. I'm not. Are you kidding? I wish I had something. I don't have anything here to show you. My labels go on crooked. The stamps go on crooked. I even have a daggone cutter. And I cut crooked. That's the other thing. If you have a paper cutter, like one of those safe ones that they can't cut their fingers on, have them cut paper. Have them cut your mailer cards. If they can do it somewhat straight, They don't have to be perfect, but you know what I mean? You can have them cut. You can have them cut paper if they're at that age where they could cut and they can't cut their finger off. Stuff envelopes, put stamps on things, put things in bags. Have them get little things together too, you know, to make it easier on you. So say you always stick like a piece of candy and this thank you card and this join card. Like you always stick these 4 things in every delivery that you do. Have them put those together. Have them put those together in piles. And then you know what? Then you put them in like a basket or you paper clip them together or whatever so that you just have to grab a bundle and drop it. They can do that. Kids aren't dumb. They're just lazy. I can say that because I have teenagers. But you also don't want to make it turn into something that your kids then turn around and resent and hate. My mom made me do this stuff all the time. Like, there has to be a border too. There has to be a borderline. Same thing with your husbands. Like I said, some are not going to be supportive until they see value in this. Because most of them don't. Most of them do not see the value in it. And it's a shame, but sometimes you just have to show them. Or they just have to see that you're happy. That was Jeremy's big thing. He's like, if you're happy, I don't care. And he could tell a change because I was happy. I was happier doing this. He was like, I've never seen you so happy and confident and proud. And so then he was like, whatever you need. Because he saw a change in me. Now, if you're frazzled all the time and you're angry and, oh my God, I'm so behind and I need to do this and I need to do that and this is behind and you've got Cincy leg everywhere, then yes, they're going to resent it because they see nothing good coming from it. Make sense? Just ask. Please don't ever. This is like for life. This is like a life lesson. Do not ever expect somebody to just turn around and help you. You have to ask for help. And I suck at that. But you have to ask them. Mine know that they had to smell all the Bring Back My bars. They had to smell them. They hate it. They hate every minute of it. But guess what? They smell them all. And they smell every scent that comes through this house. And they hate doing that. But they do because that's their choice. They don't have a choice. It's one of those things I make them do. The kids are with me when I do deliveries. I'll tell them all the time, like, okay, you have the doctor's appointment on Wednesday. We're going to leave this much earlier so I could drop this off and this off and this off. And they roll their eyes and they get in the car and off we go. So it is what it is, but your kids will also learn a valuable lesson. One, they will learn how to help you, that it is hard work, to do anything in life. They will learn that, even if they're grumpy little teenagers. They will learn that. They will also know that you worked your butt off to get where you are. You see, my family helps me with nothing. Nothing. I do this gig 100% by myself. The only thing my family helps me with is like when I'm a really, 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 really large order or fundraiser, they will help me with that. But other than that, I do this gig 100% on my own. Now, some people will hire a teenager to do their whole social media. If you have somebody who's like a social media guru, you could obviously hire a teenager to have them help you with that. But you have to watch them. You would have to teach them. You would have to do all those things to kind of make sure that they're doing things like they're supposed to. But you can. Casey teaches me how to do things. She hates it and rolls her eyes, but she teaches me how to do certain things on social media, and we move on. I want you to make sure that you have to ask them. Do not ever expect them to just jump in and help you. You have to ask them for help. And some of them may not help you, and that's okay. It really is. They have to see value in it. And that's kind of like the whole entire world. There are a lot of people who are going to hate you for what you do, and they're going to judge you for what you do, and they're never going to buy from you because they see no value in what you're doing. And that's okay. Guess what? You just keep on trucking. Even if it is your husband and he sees no value in what you're doing, you prove him wrong. Prove him wrong and show him. Here's a check for $1,000, babe. Here's a check for $2,000, babe. Here is a free trip for both of us. You and I, free trip. We don't have to pay for a dime. Now, I know some of you are going to roll your eyes and think that that's never going to be possible, but it can be. So sometimes you're going to have to do that, and that's okay. Prove them wrong. Prove all the haters wrong. That's my biggest thing. Prove every single hater wrong. I thank my haters. Thank you for not supporting me. I thank them every day for all the people who are like judging me and telling me I can't do it, and they're not helpful because they keep me motivated to prove them wrong every single day. Yeah, they have to do, I mean, kids have no concept of money. I mean, Tyler does now, but Case is still kind of like, oh, that's not expensive. And I'm like, girl, you pay $20 a month. That's expensive. So they have to know. And if I was like, since he paid for this trip, well, Casey has no idea how expensive that trip was. Like, it doesn't make any sense to her. So they paid for the trip. We go on trips all the time. So it's for me to say something like that, it's not a big deal because we always go on vacation, multiple vacations a year. So since he paid for one, that's not that much money because it's no different. But for them to start seeing, we don't have any debt and we can buy more things and dad's less stressed and things like that, then the kids start seeing that. She gets mad when I'm like, that's for Cincy, not you. Because I'll buy candy for things and be like, that's not for you, that's for Cincy. She'll be like, ugh. But you have to show value to everybody because we're in a business where nobody believes there is money in it. It just is what it is because we hear of a lot of failure stories. So you might have to show your family that there is value in it. But get out of your own head and get out of perfection and know that they can help you. But you have to ask. And you have to give them tasks that they are mature enough, old enough, and capable of doing because everybody is different. Tyler could probably run my business at age 4 where most people couldn't because that's just how he is. You have to ask and you have to be okay that it's messed up and it's not perfect and it's not how you would normally send it out. But then you go, made with love from blah, blah, blah kid. And guess what? You're probably going to get comments and you're probably going to get messages like, oh my gosh, that was so cute. You're probably going to get more comments and questions and responses and stuff like that and messages when you do something like that versus when you don't. Because people think it's cute and you're doing it with your family and your kids are helping and things like that. But your kids can help. And if you have to, pay them. Pay them. Especially when they're young. Like $1 is like $1 million to them. Pay them. Pay them in Scentsy if you have to. If they're at the age where they really want a warmer, all right, you want this warmer, despite the fact that you could get it for free. You want this warmer, you got to work for it. You got to do X, Y, and Z for me. There's no shame in making them work because then they understand that they have to work to earn something, just like you have to work to earn something. So ask your family. They can help you label bars, warmers, anything that leaves your house should have a label on it. They can help you label product. They can help you label envelopes. They can help you work ahead. They can help you make thank yous. They can stuff envelopes. They can put stamps on envelopes. They can seal envelopes. I hate licking envelopes. That's why I have self-stick envelopes. Make your kids lick an envelope. I hate that. So make them lick envelopes. They're little. They don't care. Have them help you sort. All right. If they can read, put all of the same bars together. Make them unload the box. Help them. Case created my whole entire stock system. Because they use Google, at least here in Blanchester, they start using Google Docs in kindergarten. My children are proficient in Google like there ain't nobody's business. So what did I do? I sat her down and I said, create me a stock system. And she created me a stock system. I listed off stuff to her. She created it. She wasn't thrilled about it, but she did it. So use your children's skills to their fullest advantage. If they're techie, have them teach you how to use like YouTube and teach you how to use Instagram and Facebook and, Snapchat so that you can use it in Instagram. Have them teach you how to do those things. If they know how to use Google, have them help you with a stock system or a tracking system or a bookkeeping system. If they're much smaller than that, like I said, stuff envelopes, stuff samples, put stickers on things. No, they're not going to be in the right spot, but it's okay. Have them put stamps on envelopes, lick envelopes. Your husbands, sometimes it's literally just watching the kids. And I'm not knocking a husband, like I said, but sometimes you just need that. Sometimes you just need him to take the kids. I know a bunch of Younique girls. I have a lot of Younique customers. The makeup company Younique. I have a lot of them who are like the tippy top. And I remember the one saying that she stays at home, but she sent her kid to a sitter twice a week so she can work. And I thought, that's the craziest thing ever. You stay at home. Like, you did this job so you could stay at home. And then I did it and I got it. Because sometimes you just need them out of your house for just a little bit. And that's what the husband can do. Here you go. Here's $50 that I earned from Cincy. Take the kids to the movies. Take them out for dinner. Take them to the park. Go get ice cream. I need the house to myself for like 3 hours. Bust out a whole bunch of work. Not housework. Cincy work, because you just paid him with Cincy money to go do that. Sometimes it can be as simple as doing that. But make it, this is a dad and daughter day or a dad and Sunday. Like, make it important for them and something meaningful for them. And, once a month, it's a dad and your kid, that kid's day. And pay for it with Cincy money. And while they're gone, you do Cincy work. That's memories that your kids are going to make with their dad. And he's helping you and he's being supportive with you. So there are lots of things you can do, but you have to ask for help and you have to kind of get out of your own head. Those are the big things I want you to take tonight. Get out of your head. It's not going to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. It was made with love and help. But also be okay that if you don't want help, it's all right. I don't want help. Unless I ask for it. Then y'all better stop what you're doing and help me. But so there's lots of things you can do. If your family helps you, I would love for you to comment on this video. What does your family do? Like, what are their ages? What do they do? How does your family support you? Because then that will help other people. Somebody else watching this video, reading the comments, will see, okay, their family helps them do X, Y, and Z. My kid's about the same age. They could probably do that. All right. Everybody have a good evening, and I'll see you guys later.